Have you ever felt like life is pushing you into storms of emotions and difficulties? In our modern world, full of pressure and upheaval, we frequently face stressful work, complex relationships, and anxieties about the future. These challenges can easily make us feel exhausted and lost. However, amidst this chaotic life, Stoic philosophy shines like a guiding light, bringing peace and inner strength. Stoic philosophy, with its powerful and practical principles, is not just an abstract ideology, but a compass that helps us live a fulfilling life. It teaches us how to control our emotions, face difficulties, and overcome all life's challenges. By applying Stoic principles to our daily lives, we can achieve inner peace and become invincible against all adversities. Let's explore the 10 principles of Stoic philosophy together. Principles that help us become steadfast, strong, and unshakable in the face of adversity. Embark on this journey to understand and apply these valuable lessons so that we can live a life of peace, but also of meaning and freedom. As usual, I have a small challenge for you. Watch the video till the end if you are truly serious about maintaining calm in all circumstances and developing yourself. Leave a comment saying, "I accept the challenge," or simply, "Accept the challenge," to cultivate perseverance. And let's begin with the first part of today's video. Number 1. Firm purposes. Have you ever wondered what keeps a ship steady on the vast open sea? It's the compass, and in life, a steadfast purpose is that compass. For Stoic philosophy, determining and maintaining a purpose in life is fundamental to overcoming all challenges and difficulties. A steadfast goal is not just a destination, but a powerful source of motivation. Imagine a person who doesn't know what they want. They will easily be swept away by temptations and lose direction. On the other hand, someone with a clear goal will know how to focus their energy, efforts, and patience to achieve what they desire. This principle is not only true for Stoic philosophy, but is also emphasized by Jesus in the Bible. But seek first his kingdom and his righteousness, and all these things will be given to you as well. This statement encourages us to prioritize spiritual and moral goals, from which everything else will follow. A typical example of steadfastness in goals is the life of Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher. Despite facing countless difficulties, from wars and diseases to political conspiracies, Marcus maintained his goal of living according to Stoic principles, always striving to be a just and compassionate leader. Ask yourself, what is your greatest goal in life? Have you set specific plans to achieve it? Every day, take time to reflect and adjust your goals, keeping them in your sight and heart. This not only helps you maintain motivation, but also helps you live a meaningful and passionate life. A steadfast purpose not only helps us navigate and maintain stability in life, but also brings inner strength to overcome all difficulties. When we know what we're doing and why, nothing can shake our soul. Keep your goals steady like a lighthouse, so no matter how strong the waves are, you always know where you are headed. Number 2, guarding your mind. Have you ever paused to wonder why the mind is the place that holds all our emotions, thoughts, and actions? In Stoic philosophy, protecting the mind is a core principle to maintain peace and steadfastness. Our mind is like a garden. If not carefully tended, the weeds of anxiety, fear, and negativity will overwhelm the fruits of peace and happiness. Protecting the mind means we need to learn how to control our thoughts and emotions, preventing external factors from invading and disturbing our mental state. Imagine the mind as a garden. If not cared for and protected, weeds will grow and take up the space of beautiful flowers. Similarly, if we are not careful, negative thoughts will invade and obscure the clarity and peace in our souls. Ask yourself, how can I protect my mind every day? The answer can begin with small habits like meditation, reading philosophy, or simply taking quiet time to reflect. A concrete example is when facing criticism. Instead of letting negative words hurt you, remember that your value does not depend on others' opinions. Tell yourself, I control my mind. I choose how to react. In this way, we keep our minds pure, unaffected by external factors. By protecting our minds, we not only maintain inner peace, but also create a strong mental space where only positive and meaningful things exist. Start today. Take care of and protect your mind to live a meaningful and fulfilling life. We not only protect the mind, but also nurture it, helping it grow stronger and more resilient against life's storms. Next, let's move on to secret number 3 in our journey of discovering and conquering our best abilities. But before that, I have a question for you. Have you ever been hurt and discouraged by criticism? This question invites us to discuss secret number 3, handling criticism. Number 3, handling criticism. Epictetus, a renowned Stoic philosopher, once said, "People are disturbed not by things themselves, but by the views they take of them." Indeed, criticism can only hurt us if we allow it to. Ask yourself, is the criticism valid? If so, take it as an opportunity to improve. If not, disregard it and continue on your path with confidence and determination. Look at the life of Jesus, a great example of how to face criticism. Despite being criticized, opposed, and even crucified, he maintained his faith and love for humanity. Jesus taught us about tolerance and forgiveness, not letting criticism shake his faith and mission. He once said, "Love your enemies and pray for those who persecute you." This is a valuable lesson on how to transform criticism into a motivation to love and serve. Consider the life of J.K. Rowling, the author of the famous Harry Potter series. Before her phenomenal success, she faced numerous rejections and criticisms from publishers. Instead of being discouraged by criticism, Rowling persisted in rewriting and perfecting her work. Eventually, her perseverance and belief in herself led to her extraordinary success, making her one of the most beloved authors in the world. Ask yourself, if J.K. Rowling had let the initial criticisms defeat her, would we have known the magical world of Harry Potter? When faced with criticism, ask yourself, is this person trying to help me improve or just venting their anger? If the criticism is constructive, we should be grateful and listen. If it is merely intended to hurt, remember that our value is not determined by others' words. By applying this Stoic principle, we not only protect our souls from harm, but also pave the way for personal growth and improvement, becoming more resilient and stronger every day. Join the conversation in our comment section. Will you let criticism defeat you, or will you use it to become stronger, We look forward to hearing your stories. Number 4. Transforming offense. In life, no one can avoid harsh words or unjust actions. However, Stoic philosophy teaches us a powerful approach, transforming insults into opportunities to cultivate patience and tolerance. Imagine you are being unjustly criticized by a colleague. Instead of reacting with anger or retaliation, see it as an opportunity to practice patience and compassion. Ask yourself, can I use these words to improve myself? Transforming insults not only helps us maintain inner peace, but can also make us stronger and more forgiving individuals. Jesus Christ also faced extreme insults and injustices. In the darkest moments, he still maintained tolerance and love. On the cross, he prayed, "Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do." This statement not only exemplifies boundless forgiveness, but also offers a valuable lesson on transforming insults into kindness and tolerance. When we are insulted, ask yourself, why should I let these words affect my mood and self-worth? Insults only have power if we allow them to. If we keep positive and steadfast thoughts, no insult can hurt us. Instead of immediately reacting to insults, pause and think, is this really important? What can I learn from this situation? Remember that calmness and self-control are noble qualities highly regarded in Stoic philosophy. By maintaining a steady mind and not letting negative words affect us, we demonstrate strength and resilience. Transforming insults into opportunities to cultivate tolerance and patience not only helps us maintain inner peace, but also creates a positive influence around us. Just as Jesus demonstrated love and forgiveness, let insults become the motivation for us to live more kindly and nobly. Finally, remember that our true value is not determined by the words of others, but by how we choose to react and grow from these experiences. We are curious to know, have you ever encountered a situation where someone's words or actions made you feel insulted? How could you turn that into a lesson or opportunity for growth? Please share your story and insights in the comments below. Number 5. Overcoming fear and shame. Fear and shame often stem from our excessive focus on how others perceive and judge us. However, we will find true freedom once we understand that our true value does not depend on others' opinions, but lies in our inherent qualities and actions. Ask yourself, what would happen if I didn't let fear and shame control me? How would my life change? A prime example is the story of Jesus Christ. He faced extreme fear and shame when he was condemned and suffered. However, Jesus did not let fear and shame defeat him. Instead, he used endurance and patience to demonstrate love and forgiveness. From this story, we learn that courage and confidence do not mean the absence of fear, but knowing how to confront and overcome it. Let's take a practical example from daily life to illustrate this more clearly. Suppose you are a student preparing to give a presentation in front of the class. Feelings of anxiety, fear, and shame may overwhelm your mind, preventing you from focusing on the content of your presentation. However, if you apply Stoic principles, you will realize that these emotions are merely the mind's reaction to an unfamiliar situation. Relief and freedom will come when you overcome fear and shame, just like a storm passing and leaving a clear blue sky. When facing fear and shame, remind yourself that these are temporary emotions and do not define your true worth. So, how have you ever overcome fear or shame? How did you feel after confronting and overcoming them? Share your story so we can all learn and become stronger together. We are halfway through today's lesson. Your presence is a great encouragement for us on this journey to bring the true values of Stoic philosophy to more people. So, like and share this video to spread these lessons to your loved ones and friends, or leave a comment saying, "I cherish my life," if you are ready for the next 5 lessons on this journey. Number 6. Anticipating obstacles. In everyone's journey, obstacles are inevitable. Stoic philosophy teaches us that part of wisdom is the ability to anticipate difficulties and prepare ourselves to deal with them. By predicting and being ready for challenges, we can maintain our calmness and steadfastness, not letting any obstacle shake our spirit. Jesus also exemplified foreseeing and facing obstacles. Before embarking on his final journey, he knew the difficulties and betrayals that would come, despite knowing that he would endure pain and sacrifice. Jesus proceeded with courage and faith. During the Last Supper, he told his disciples, "In this world you will have trouble, but take heart, I have overcome the world." Jesus' teachings are a powerful motivator, reminding us that no matter the obstacle, faith and determination will help us overcome it. A real-life example of anticipating obstacles is Elon Musk, the founder of SpaceX and Tesla. When starting the SpaceX project, Musk anticipated enormous challenges in developing rocket technology. Instead of being discouraged, he prepared thoroughly, tested repeatedly, and continuously improved. As a result, SpaceX has achieved significant milestones in the aerospace industry, ushering in a new era of space exploration. Similarly, Stoics believe that anticipating obstacles helps them avoid being surprised or panicked when difficulties arise. Have you ever wondered why you feel exhausted and vulnerable in the face of unexpected challenges? Could it be because you are not mentally prepared for them? Accepting and anticipating difficulties helps us see them as opportunities to train and grow. Imagine you are preparing for an important exam. You know there will be tough times, tricky questions, and moments of anxiety. But if you have prepared well, reviewed, and practiced continuously, you will feel more confident when facing the test. Life is the same way. Anticipating obstacles helps us not only be ready, but also stronger when confronting them. Finally, ask yourself, what have you prepared for the upcoming difficulties? How will you face them? Anticipate and prepare mentally so that when difficulties come, you will not be shaken, but will be stronger and more determined. By applying this Stoic principle, we can face every obstacle calmly and steadily, turning challenges into opportunities for growth and development. Number 7. Inner strength and response. Have you ever wondered how to maintain your spirit and calmness when facing life's difficulties and upheavals? Stoic philosophy teaches us that inner strength is the key to coping with any challenge. This strength comes not only from nurturing the soul, but also from believing in our self-control. Epictetus, one of the renowned Stoic philosophers, reminded us that we cannot control everything that happens around us, but we can control our reactions. Inner strength helps us stand firm in the face of adversity, maintaining calmness and clarity to make the right decisions. Take the example of Jesus, who demonstrated extraordinary inner strength when facing the greatest challenges. In the Garden of Gethsemane, before being arrested, he prayed in utmost anguish, yet maintained his faith and calmness. He said, "Father, if it is possible, let this cup pass from me, yet not as I will, but as you will." This is a testament to inner strength and coping with adversity. Have you ever wondered how to develop your inner strength? How can we maintain faith and calmness like Jesus or Marcus Aurelius when facing difficulties? A modern example of inner strength is Viktor Frankl, an Austrian neurologist and psychiatrist who survived Nazi concentration camps. In his book, Man's Search for Meaning, Frankl writes about the power of meaning and purpose in helping him endure the worst circumstances. He once said, "Everything can be taken from a man, but one thing, the last of the human freedoms, to choose one's attitude in any given set of circumstances." Frankl's inner strength not only helped him survive, but also thrive through the harshest challenges. Start by practicing Stoic principles daily. When faced with difficulties, pause and ask yourself, is this reaction helping me? Focus on what you can control and accept what cannot be changed. Inner strength is not just a capability we can develop. It is a journey of self-awareness and self-improvement. Begin today with small steps to become resilient and calm in the face of adversity. Are you ready to start this journey? Number 8. Restraining actions. Have you ever regretted your impulsive actions in moments of anger or stress? Stoic philosophy emphasizes the importance of restraining actions, helping us maintain calmness and clarity in all circumstances. The ability to control oneself is not only a sign of wisdom, but also the key to living a harmonious and respectable life. When we let emotions dictate our actions, we often make unwise decisions that lead to unwanted consequences. On the contrary, when we restrain our actions and think carefully before acting, we can avoid mistakes and create more positive outcomes. A modern example of restraining actions is Mahatma Gandhi, who led India's independence movement through non-violent resistance. Instead of using violence against oppression, Gandhi practiced patience and restraint, encouraging his followers to do the same. He once said, "Non-violence is the greatest force at the disposal of mankind." Gandhi's restraint and perseverance led India to independence and made him a symbol of peace worldwide. Restraining actions not only involves controlling behavior, but also listening and understanding before reacting. This helps us build good relationships and avoid unnecessary conflicts. Join the conversation in our comment section. Have you ever tried to restrain your actions in stressful situations? How can you better control your emotions and make wiser decisions? We would love to hear your story. In the endless flow of life, no one can avoid mishaps and challenges. In facing them, Stoic philosophy emphasizes that the power of acceptance is not just a choice, but a journey toward inner peace. Acceptance means adjusting your sails to navigate through the storms rather than enduring them hopelessly. Number 9. The power of acceptance. Acceptance is not giving up. It is facing reality with a steadfast heart. Imagine a mother who has lost her child. The pain seems unbearable, but instead of drowning in sorrow, she accepts the truth and turns her pain into motivation to continue living. and do good for other children. Acceptance helps her find new meaning and purpose in life. A modern example of the power of acceptance is the story of Nick Vujicic, who was born without arms and legs. Instead of letting his unique condition bring him down, Nick accepted his situation and turned it into motivation to inspire millions of people around the world. He once said, "If you can't get a miracle, become one." Nick's acceptance has helped him live a meaningful life and spread hope and belief to everyone. Have you ever felt like your life is an endless battle? How can we accept the things we cannot change and find peace? Think about the difficulties you have faced. Maybe you have lost a loved one or experienced a major failure in your career. Instead of letting these pains weigh heavily on your heart, ask yourself, what can this teach me? How can I become stronger from this? Acceptance not only frees us from anxiety, but also opens the path to a more meaningful life. When we learn to accept, we are no longer bound by what we cannot control. Instead, we become freer and stronger. Remember that everything that happens in life is part of a bigger picture, and by accepting it, we find peace and the ability to face any challenge. In exploring the deep wisdom of Stoicism, I was very impressed by the words of the Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius. Perfection of character is this: to live each day as if it were your last, without frenzy, without apathy, without pretense. This quote leads us to a core practice of Stoicism, which is also the final key to becoming extraordinarily wise. Number 10. Living according to nature. Living in harmony with nature means understanding and accepting the rules of life. This means recognizing our true nature and knowing our goals and mission in life. Think about the way a river flows. It does not resist. It does not struggle, but always flows in its natural direction, finding the path of least resistance to reach the ocean. Similarly, we need to learn to accept and adjust our lives to the way things unfold, rather than futilely fighting against them. Jesus is also a shining example of living in harmony with nature. He lived a simple life, loving and serving others, following the laws of nature and spirit. In his teachings, Jesus said, "Look at the birds of the air. They do not sow or reap or store away in barns, and yet your heavenly Father feeds them." This reminds us that if we live true to our nature and trust in God's provision, we will always be cared for and provided for. Consider the life of Henry David Thoreau, an American writer and philosopher, who spent 2 years in the woods at Walden Pond to seek the truth about life and nature. Thoreau learned to live simply, self-sufficiently, and in harmony with nature. He once wrote, "I went to the woods because I wished to live deliberately, to front only the essential facts of life, and see if I could not learn what it had to teach." Through living in harmony with nature, Thoreau found freedom and profound insights into life. Have you ever felt like you were fighting against things that cannot be changed in life? How can we live in harmony with nature and find true peace? Think about the times when you felt lost or dissatisfied with the present. Do these feelings stem from trying to control what cannot be controlled? Happiness and freedom begin with understanding that some things are beyond our control. When we accept this truth, we find peace and true freedom. Living in harmony with nature is not just about accepting things as they are, but also about enjoying and being grateful for what we have. It is about living each day fully, with gratitude and a deep understanding of ourselves and the world around us. Take some time to reflect on your life. Have you truly lived in harmony with nature? What can you do to adjust your life to be more aligned with your true nature and the universe? Small changes in perception and actions can bring lasting peace and happiness. Life is a journey full of challenges and changes, but through understanding and practicing Stoic principles, we can achieve peace and resilience in the face of any adversity. The 10 Stoic principles are not just abstract philosophies, but valuable lessons we can apply daily to master ourselves and overcome difficulties. Start your journey today. Apply these principles to your daily life and witness the miraculous changes. You can face any difficulty without being affected, and you will find true peace and happiness. Are you ready to live a life in the spirit of Stoicism? Walk with courage and determination, and you will discover your true strength. Life is a beautiful painting, and you are the artist of your own life. Paint the life you desire, unaffected by the storms around you, but always resilient and shining. Live the life you deserve. If you find this video helpful, don't forget to hit the like button to support the channel. Leave a comment with your thoughts and share the video with friends and family to spread the good values of Stoic philosophy. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel to not miss the next videos on Stoic living and self-development.